Hello everybody and welcome back to 1920 Gaming. We are back on the second part of our manager's journey, and as you can see in here, we're doing it with Kilmarnock up in the Scottish League. But before we get into the video proper, I would just like to say once again thank you all for being here, and thank you for the support that the Walsall Courier received. It's really greatly appreciated, guys, so again thanks for that. And now it's time to jump into this video properly. So while we've been at Walsall, winning trophies, gaining promotions, playing good football and doing all this, that and the other, unfortunately things at Kilmarnock have not been going so well. There's a new owners regime that came in as we was at Walsall. Things between the fans and the owners are fractured. The manager has now been sacked. And this is the reason that we've been approached and the reason why said manager has been sacked. So I'm just going to step out and let you watch this for now. I'll see you in a second, guys. So at the moment you can see things are not going too well for Killy. While we've been successful at Walsall, the complete opposite has been happening here. The fans and the new owners don't seem to be getting along at all, since fans are becoming disillusioned with what they're seeing on the pitch. As you saw in the clips there, they've been getting less and less points every season and have now started to slip down the table as well. So the assistant managers took the club on pre-season tour, and while he's been doing that, this is what has been happening behind the scenes. So there you go, as you can see there, why the club's been on pre-season with the assistant manager. What the owners have been doing is sending their representative to meet us in restaurants, which got leaked, which then led to TV interviews, as you saw there. During the interview though with the rep, as we was thinking of taking the job, he sold us the dream, he showed us the infrastructure, what's been going on behind the scenes, the new ground, the owners' ideas for the project, where they want to go, where they want the club to go, and all these good things. And it was just an opportunity in the end that was way too good to pass up. So we got ourselves off the beach and into the hot seat at Kilmarnock, and then we had to go and face the press and the fans, which was really quite intimidating. Obviously the Kilmarnock crowd doesn't know really what we've done, because we've done it all quietly at Walsall, under the radar. We're not a big household name despite the trophies that we've won. Other than the FA Cup and the League Cup, really, all of what we've done doesn't really amount to much probably to the fans up here in Scotland, in Kilmarnock. They were probably hoping for like a Pep Guardiola or someone like that, but really, come on. Yeah, we've done our best, but we've got to prove ourselves all over again. And it really doesn't matter who came in, I don't think, with the ill feeling that's around this club at the moment, due to the fractured nature of the relationship between the fans and the owners. So yeah, we've got a lot of hard work to do in this career mode to win the fans back over. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really happy to get out of that press conference. Now, while all that's been going on behind the scenes, like I said, the assistant manager took the club away to a pre-season tournament because obviously the calendar doesn't stop no matter what goes on at your club. And we simmed through the pre-season tournament. I've not played any games with this team yet. So yeah, this is the results of that tournament. We started well with a couple of wins. I think there was a couple of clean sheets. We got a draw in the last game of the group phase, a draw in the semi-finals, which would mean, I assume, that yeah, we went through there on penalties, 4-3 in the end. And what happens during the final? Oh, we'll find that out right now. And it's a 1-0 win against St. Truden, not sure really how you say that. But it is a nice 1-0 win, and there you see it confirmed. We do go ahead and win pre-season, which in a way probably puts us under a bit of pressure to begin with the assistant manager going out and getting a cup in his pre-season. But yeah, our pre-season really is going to start in the first competitive games of the season. We've got to try and find our feet. Find out bits about our players, get used to them, and so on and so on. Everything that you would normally do during a pre-season. During the pre-season, yeah, but we're not wasting any time. We're jumping straight onto the training pitch with some of our players here. Learning new things, this, that and the other, ways that I would like them to play, and so on and so forth. But Rangers is our first game that I've noticed, so yeah, that's a really good start for us there. And as you can see here, what you're watching, I've never really tried any of these training things before. It normally gets simmed, but I do want this series to be that bit more immersive and this, that and the other. And yeah, so we are gonna from time to time probably see training, show you the things we're working on and all of that good stuff, rather than just going through the calendar and going through games. I want this series to be more than that, and I'm gonna do my best to make it so. So these are the players that we are training at the moment, mainly Mackenzie. He looks to be the type of player that I like. He looks quick with his stats and agile and things like that. And as you'll know from the Walsall series, that's obviously the kind of player that I like to use. So we're going to try and make him as good as we possibly can. And as well as that, yeah, we're going to be getting used to our other players, the ones who are not training during the games at the moment. And we'll just see how things work out.
Can the owner of the red sports car, that's a red sports car,
Wow, so all the way through the opening ceremony you had the Rangers fans singing and our fans were just giving us a standing ovation. This really is a hostile atmosphere to be starting a new career in at the moment. The fans have made it to the ground, probably due to what we saw in them opening clips where the ticket prices have been slashed and slashed. So we have got a full ground, but a full ground of unhappy fans at the moment. Hopefully we can do something about that with a good performance straight out the bat. If you remember rightly, in the opening clips, Rangers actually were one of the teams that thumped Killy 4-0 before we got here. So we really don't need that to be happening today. As for the lineup and the tactics and all of the things that we would normally mess with, obviously we've not had pre-season, so we've just gone out there. Oh, that should look like it should have been a penalty there, I'm not gonna lie, on our first venture forward. But yeah, in the clips you saw that Rangers were one of the teams that gave us a good thumping. I think it was 4-0 in that clip. So anything better than that today would be a bonus, and already we find ourselves 1-0 down thanks to Ryan Kent. That is not the start that we needed with the mood that the fans are already in. You can see in our new stadium there that it's only the Rangers fans that are jumping up and down. He's pulled that round nicely and it's opened up for him, he's let fly. I think the keeper gets a hand on it, but it's a really weak one. Let's have a look. He does get a hand on it, and getting his hand to it, really and truly, he probably should be saving that. But 10 minutes into our career as manager of Kilmarnock, we now find ourselves 1-0 down. And that is not going to help the situation with the fans whatsoever. We need to turn this around, and we need to do it probably pretty quickly. What we can't do at the moment is concede another one and let Rangers really build up a head of steam. We've been playing some nice football here with Brophy, but yeah, it didn't end in anything at all. Yeah, tough start. Let's see how the rest of the game gets on. Well, since they've scored, it's been all them, I'm not going to lie. We might be able to do something here though. That's a good early ball for McKenzie. He's took the defender out of the game, he's taking his time, but he has put it away. That's our first goal in our new ground, and it's the man we've been training, McKenzie. It was good counter-attacking football. We got the ball back, and for once we did manage to spring out. And we got a nice early ball into McKenzie, who just drops the shoulder, takes the defender completely out of the game, and the composure there in that finish, he just waited and waited and waited, took his time, set himself, knew where he wanted to put it. It wasn't right in the corner, but it slid along the ground and the keeper just couldn't get down to it quick enough, and that sees us right back into this game now. Hopefully we can build on this. That's obviously, it's the first game of the season and our first goal in our new career, so it's Mackenzie's first of the season. I'm expecting more to come from him, but yeah, at the moment this has been a really tough game in the first half. Hopefully that gives us a lift now and we can go on and build on this, and hopefully, who knows, maybe get a shock 3 points in the first game of the season. It'd be nice. But for now, we'll just see how we get on. And that is the end of the first half, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a real tough watch. Yeah, the fans are clapping, probably just because the effort. We have run around a lot. We've put tackles in. We've stifled Rangers. I'm reluctant at the moment. We do need more. But I am reluctant at the minute to open the game up or move further up the pitch, just because they will burn us with pace. They've been doing that setup as we are at the moment. But yeah, it has been a real tough watch in the first half. I'm actually really disappointed with the game being a big one as well. I wanted to show more highlights, but really nothing at all has happened. in the middle of the park. The first touches for us when we've had the ball been terrible. They've been bouncing everywhere. The passing's not that good. We're way too deep and defensive, but I don't want to change that in this game just yet. When we do win the ball back, there's such a big gap between Brofy and the rest of the team, as you can see there. Even if he holds it up, Rangers are putting the squeeze on, he's losing it, and he's got no one to pass to, so invariably it's just going straight back to Rangers again. They've not played that well themselves. The big danger man, not just because he scored the goal, but in the entire first half, was this man Ryan Kent. His pace and his agility, his passing, his shooting, it's been a real problem for us. But yeah, as things stand at the moment, it's been really tough. It's not been a great watch, hence the short first half. We might be able to do something here though now. Brofy's in, he's gone for the back heel. Burke's got to hit this. He does. Hit it again, mate. No, McKenzie hit one. If we could have got ahead there, that would have been amazing. But it is straight at the keeper. It was a nice first touch. He's hit it with his left foot. There weren't really a lot he could aim for. And I was talking about Kent, and that is a really, really strange decision that they've decided to take him off there. That's now got me thinking. We got Brofy taking the corners, really. That's something else that needs to be changed. But yeah, with Kent coming off now, we'll give it 5 minutes or so, see how Stewart, his replacement, does. And maybe now we can open the game up a little bit. We don't have his pace to worry about. That should go down the line. It has gone down the line. Burke should have been passing that in ages ago. He beats his man and then turns straight back into him. What the hell was he thinking there? And Rangers again can bring the ball out. But what we are going to do now is we're going to make some changes ourselves tactically. Because like I said now, Kent's gone off the pitch. We don't have to worry about the counter quite so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave McKenzie and Burke up the pitch. Just to leave them a little bit closer to Brofy. And then if he can win the ball and hold it up, he's then going to have people running in behind him, a bit closer to him. And maybe, just maybe, that'll work on the counter, and also it'll get us a bit further up the pitch if we can get the ball forward quicker and give Rangers some things to think about, because at the moment it has been too easy for them. We've had a couple of moments, thankfully one we scored, one we didn't, but there we go. Nice little clipped ball over the top. That's a beautiful ball. That's something we were working on in training. Hit it. The rebound should have been hit first time as well. But already looking more promising there. We had a lot more options up front when we won the ball. Our field there has got nothing left. Tavernier's also got not much left. Ryan Jack as well looks a bit tired. So maybe, just maybe, we can nick something at the end of this game. That would be absolutely amazing. But we don't need to concede. That is one thing we really don't need to do. Keeper's come out and done quite well there. Defoe was looking a bit tired there as well on the running in. That's it, play that to McKenzie. We need people to be bursting into the box now. McKenzie's done really well there. Can he find the pass now? He can't. Oh man, this is stuff that we will be working on during training. The idea there was there. If we could have got the pass off there, there would have been a free shot at goal for Power, I think it was. Rangers are building a nice little attack themselves here now. Barisic is really out on his feet. Power's done really well there, but he can't get the ball up the line. Maybe now we make some changes just to try and freshen things up a little bit. Who do we bring off? We're going to move Dicker a bit further forward. We are going to bring Wilson on just to have a look at him, and maybe Thomas for Burke. I'm not too sure. Yeah, we will. I think we'll do Thomas for Burke as well, just to get some fresh legs up that right wing. Because as we just saw, the Rangers players are really tiring at the moment, so fresh legs could be the key. The effort in this half has been a hell of a lot better than it was in the first. Kent coming off was a real bonus for us. We just got to really try and make the most of it now. I mean, 1-1 even at home, 1-1 against Rangers, who thumped us 4-0 last season. Well, they didn't thump us, but thumped Kilmarnock 4-0 last season. This would be a really great result, but it could get even better here because we now have more men back forward than they have back. He's going all the way on his own, turns back, and that is a brilliant bit of defending. An absolutely brilliant bit of defending, because that had 2-1 written all over it. Mackenzie's going to whip this one in. We couldn't win the header, but we can recycle the ball here now with Thomas, who's just came on. He's played it through to Power. That's a decent ball there, just to switch the play out to this left hand side. But the simple pass to Mackenzie never even found him. And with just over 10 minutes left now with injury time, Rangers get the ball in midfield again. But they've put so much into that first half. They just don't have the pace or the zip or the sting to put attacks together anywhere near as quick as they were in the first half. This is good passing from them though. But again, we've got so many men back that they just couldn't find a way through. And can Mackenzie now get us back up the pitch again? That's nicely worked, but is he? Yes, he is going to get there. That's got to go back to Brophy now. It does. Can he beat his man? Oh, referee, come on. That's the first and the second half now. We've had really good shouts for a penalty. We haven't got either of them. That one, to me, looked more of a penalty than the one in the first half. And the Rangers, I think, personally, have got away with one there. And that's going to go straight out of play. And with 5 minutes left now, the fans in the stadium seem a bit more calmer. It doesn't seem quite as aggressive or hostile as it was in the first half. And it shouldn't be, because we have gave a good accounting of ourselves here in this game. More in the second half. The first was really, really tough to watch. The second's been a bit better. We've got to keep in mind where we are at the moment and keep realistic expectations. Rangers is a really, really tough first game to have in charge, not knowing any of the players or anything like that. I don't see us using this formation or system after this game. Like I say, in the first half it was terrible. But yeah, we did have a good second half. We managed to take a point from the game against Rangers, and those boos there as the floating ball goes by. Those boos that were there at the beginning of the game are not there at the end. We've actually got a round of applause. We have put in a good effort against a really good side. So yeah, all in all, quite happy with how it went. Obviously there's things to work on, but we will work on them. And that is Rangers 1, Keighley 1 in our first game in our glorious new stadium. So with reflection, with the heat of the moment gone, yeah, that game went quite well for us. Again, we have to take into account who we were playing, how good they actually are. They are going to be obviously probably in the top two this season, them and Celtic. So all in all, a good point. The formation has got to be worked on. Tactics have got to be worked on. Passing's got to be worked on. Still disappointed with the attempt at the save of Kent to the keeper. That's got to be worked on. So there's lots of things to take out this game, but the positives were we were tough to break down. The players put in a good effort. There was a lot of running around, a lot of chasing that went on, and we still held our own. So all in all, it's been a good game. It's been a great episode. I've been really looking forward to making and getting this one out there. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this career. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.